Is it hard to believe that you haven't won, the Giants haven't won in Philly since this was your rookie year?
Really? Was Matt Barkley the quarterback at the time? Was Matt Barkley there? Was he the starting quarterback?
Vic started, but then Vic got hurt and Matt came in.
Full circle moment for Barkley there. He's on our side now. Yeah, it's a crazy stat. Philly's been really good. They've done a good job. You got to give a hats off to them. Yeah, I would love to beat them.
So what would you tell DeVito? I don't know if he's asked you what to expect, but what would you tell him to expect on Christmas Day at the Link?
It's going to be loud. It's going to be raucous. It's going to be intense. Probably my gym teacher and people I grew up with are going to be in the stands booing us. It's a great environment. It's the environment you want to play in football, and we got a job to do. And they have a 3-game skid. They're going to be looking to get right. We just lost. We're both going to have that bad taste in our mouth. So, two teams looking for a win.
You were pretty upfront after the game the other day about how poorly you thought you played.
Yeah.
Did the film back that up?
Yeah, there's probably 4 plays I went back from the game. Those sacks. You can't give up sacks. It kills drives, kills momentum. The first one I get beat and kind of force a sack on a play. The next one I get edged on a play. And then we had some twist stuff that we just didn't pick up. We didn't do our job. We got better as the game went on, but there's no makeups. Once you get down in a game like that, you're down a couple scores. But this is the perfect time, and I talk about this on my podcast. I go in depth on it, but this is the perfect time to show who I am as a man, who I am as a player. You're going to have bad games. People are all in my comments saying things like, I didn't come here to not help the team, and I didn't do my job on Sunday, but it's how you fight back from that adversity, and that's what I'm going to do, and that's why I'm here. So I'm looking forward to playing on Sunday and kind of getting that behind me.
How do you think Tommy will handle the atmosphere?
I mean, he's a gamer. He's got that confidence. He's going to show up and play well. It's going to be a great environment. It's exciting for him. This is one of the first times going down to Philadelphia. You go play your rivals. You get to go to Dallas, getting to go to Philly. All those are intense games.
How about the most raucous you ever experienced in Philly as a Giant?
There's some Sunday night games. I mean, we can go back. The worst game I've ever played was in Philly on a primetime game when I was at right tackle. I think it was my second year in the league. It gets crazy when you let them start drinking at 8 a.m. and they have an entire afternoon to drink. It gets pretty crazy in there.
What do you see from those guys up front?
Oh, they're unbelievable up front. I played against them last year in Arizona. Obviously, it doesn't correlate as much to this rivalry, but played against all those guys. You have Fletcher Cox, Hall of Famer. Brandon Graham, probably Hall of Famer. You have the young D tackles from Georgia, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. Unbelievable players. Philadelphia just brings the defensive line, and that's on the offensive line to go out there and battle with them.
You don't see a defensive tackle as a rookie be as productive as Jalen Carter's been. What's unique about him as a rookie that kind of makes him tough on tape?
He can do it all. He's got power. He's got speed. Plays hard. Plays a little chip on his shoulder. Reminds you of a young Aaron Donald. So he's doing a lot of good things on film. I mean, that's a lofty praise, but you saw it even when he came out. There's very few guys that can, in interior, do things like that. And for him to go to a situation like Philadelphia, I don't know how the heck he fell to Philadelphia. I know there were some other things that went into that equation, but he's a great player, and we got to do our job.
How about your very first time playing in Philly? What do you remember about that?
I don't even remember it. We won. That's what I just found out. But yeah, I don't really remember that.
14, you mentioned, was the year you played at right tackle
Yeah.
in prime time.
Yeah.
That was the night that Vic got hurt.
Yep. Yeah, we were down. We lost 30-something, I think it was.
There were times, the Giants have been close in Philly at times, even when you were here, when you weren't here.
Yeah.
But when that snowball gets rolling down there.
Yeah, I mean, you put any team in that situation. Name the best offensive line in the league. Philadelphia's a name that comes to mind, one of the best offensive lines. You look at Detroit. All those teams, when you get down in games, are going to struggle from the offensive line perspective. The defensive line has no responsibility besides rush the passer. It's going to look bad. And that goes for anyone across the league. So you got to play complementary football. You got to play good defense, execute on offense, be able to establish the run. And those are things that are just basic fundamentals. You look at a team like San Francisco or Miami, their offensive line looks great every week because they scheme and they run the ball so well that it helps them in the pass protection.